What if I told you that this man here, as silly as he might seem, is a storytelling genius? And in this video, we're going to go through how Forge Labs crafts a story that can generate over 53 million views in a single upload. So what is it that Forge Labs knows that we don't? Well, I've just spent the last week going through his most iconic videos, and I've identified 5 storytelling techniques he uses again and again to hook viewers and achieve over 11 million views every month. So get your notebook out, sharpen your pen, because we're going into a storytelling masterclass here. Technique number 1, world building. The first 30 seconds of a YouTube video is a vital moment in time that will either secure the attention of your viewer or have them move on to the next theater. Right from the moment you click on one of his videos, Forge Lab pulls you straight into his cinematic universe. In this case, an apocalyptic zombie wasteland where he's lost control of a virus he's created.
I created a virus.
Take a look at this man right here. This is the first man infected with the mustard virus. I just came up with that right now. That's what I'm gonna name this virus, the mustard virus. As you can see, the sun has no effect on this man. He is not burning.
Any Minecraft player will know that the kind of camera shots he's using here, the film-like lighting from his game mods, and of course the slightly humorous narrative, all brings us out of the usual expectations we might have for a Minecraft video. With an introduction to a world crafted so carefully, we're sucked in and can't help but think we're about to watch something special. Starting with the graphic of day 0 straight away, makes us wonder what kind of hellhole might exist on day 99 with the virus spreading wildly out of control already. But the real genius of this video is actually in the setup of how he programmed the virus to work in the game.
The virus? It's mutating. I'm gonna manually make the virus get progressively more and more deadly every 10 days starting with day 20. I can just walk right around this man. Well, you know what? Once the virus starts mutating, that won't work, because this man's gonna get faster and faster.
That brings me on to stakes. And I know it's a word that's thrown around so much when it comes to storytelling, you'll hear it from me again and again, but let's break down exactly how Forge Lab keeps piling the stakes on top to keep you on the edge of your seat. In just the first 2.5 minutes, he introduces the zombie virus, shows it spreading, the population increases, then throws in the fact that it's mutating, and the problems that he already had will only get stronger. But that's not all. He then tells us about the blood moon to keep viewers asking questions, a reason for people to stay until the end of the video, that is day 90, and even more curiosity about what might happen in between as the things get more difficult for this friendly, seemingly clueless Minecrafter. Silliness is actually another tactic of Forge Labs that he uses, and that leads me on to point number 3. People love underdogs. Perfect stories are boring. If Forge Labs was this, extremely competent Minecraft player running circles around zombies, creating impenetrable fortresses and destroying everything in his path just off the get-go, it just wouldn't be a story. There'd be no progression, there'd be no movement. He'd just already be at the top, and then there'd be no change. Remember, transformation is everything in a story. If he was that good, we'd be leaving faster than this guy when he sees a chicken. The truth is, people love watching other people fail, but people also love an underdog that wins, and Forge Labs is setting himself up to be just that. His several near-death experiences, novice behavior, questionable inventions, and forgetfulness all create an entertaining tension that makes us root for him and hope he succeeds with his quirky plans. Then there's a moment like this where he's just got rushed, he's on half a heart. Literally one tiny little hit will kill him. Does he choose to heal? No, he doesn't choose to heal. He chooses to dig the roof of a flipping hut and look into a hole he could easily fall into with a horde of zombies inside that would just finish everything. That's it, it's all gone. But he holds that tension because it winds us up. And then we have a moment of peace afterwards, which, helps keep people in the story. It's why you have moments of tensions in film, and then a kind of peaceful moment afterwards, and it rises and falls, rises and falls, rises and falls. But there's another sneaky tactic that Forge Labs uses to keep your attention, and that's breadcrumbs. breadcrumbs are best explained by this clip. I want you to pay close attention and see what Forge Labs does here.
Which, this one, very simple, okay? Very simple, but yet very effective. Lava hole. Any zombies chasing me would not be able to figure out how to get around it. Me, a guy with a brain, simply press the space bar and boom, over it. But a zombie, no, he doesn't know what to do. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Hey, you're probably worried about me walking into here, right? Well, don't worry about it, okay? There's 0% chance I was gonna walk into this hole.
Did you spot what he did there? That exact moment made you very curious about whether something is going to happen with that spot later on in the video. And the fact that he does come across as a bit of a dopey player that is very forgetful of what he does half the time, sometimes these moments do play out into major events later on in the video. But the curiosity of what might happen keeps the audience guessing and sticking around for longer. When crafting a story, you always want to be thinking about your audience and whether they'll be interested in listening to or watching the next scene. If the answer is no, then you need to create that interest. And with this next technique, that is exactly what Forge Labs does.
Now imagine this, but not with water. Yeah, I'm gonna do this with lava.
It works, it kills the zombies, but pressing the button also opens the door, and I can see this ending very poorly for me later on.
I have to say that Forge Labs' creativity when it comes to his inventions, builds, and projects is the greatest driving momentum in his videos. There's rarely a moment where he's not trying something new, attempting to design a new trap, building a new fortress, chasing after animals, and then once he achieves that, the moment of testing begins. Only to realize that a lot of the time, what he's built is rather incompetent, and then goes on the next journey to upgrade it. Once again, if everything he built was perfect from the start, it would be boring, and you wouldn't end up with moments like this.
They're breaking into the wall. You see that? Oh, he's in! They're in! How did you get through that? They're in! They're in! That was... what just happened?
Storytelling is a major aspect of successful YouTube videos, but solid editing skills is another. So click here for 3 editing hacks that will help you leave that small channel hellhole we've all been stuck in before.